everybody, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to 31 Days of Tarot. In today's video we are on day 12. I just had to double check that, so that's why you saw me looking down. Like, what day is it exactly? So yeah, day 12 of 31 Days of Tarot, and we are talking about, have we ever dealt with imposter syndrome in your tarot practice? So here's the thing. Before I get on my whole soapbox about imposter syndrome and all of this good stuff, let me first give you some practical info. So, for starters, 31 Days of Tarot is a series put on by Ethony. I will link her channel or a video that introduces this series in the description box down below. This is a fantastic series. I'm having so much fun with it. Please be sure and check out other people's videos who are also participating in 31 Days of Tarot, because it's a great way to get to know us all. And also, if you are new here and you like my content, don't forget to subscribe. I will have that link. I mean, it's always there. The little red boxy thing. Click that. Anyways, I would love to have you as a part of my little supportive tarot family. It's really fun to connect with others that are into tarot and oracle and witchcraft and all that good stuff. But yeah, let's get into imposter syndrome. So here's the thing. This is what I was about to get on my soapbox before. So imposter syndrome is essentially the idea where you're putting yourself out there in the world, doing a particular thing. Maybe you're teaching something, or maybe you're in a new job and you feel like you're a fraud. You feel like you are not as knowledgeable as maybe you're supposed to be, or you feel like you're not as good at something as you're supposed to be. And so you get that fearful feeling of, what if I get found out? What if people realize I'm not what they think I am? And almost always with imposter syndrome, what's really happening is that we're afraid we're not good enough. This boils down to a baseline of how you feel about yourself, your sense of self-worth, your sense of value as a human being. And can I just say, because again, soapbox moment, when we feel that feeling, it's usually because we're selling ourselves short. It's very rarely because we actually aren't good enough. And when I say very rarely, I mean very actually rarely, because most of the time, unless you have lied on a resume and are saying you're something you're literally not, you have nothing to be afraid of. Obviously, you impress the people that interviewed you, or you are a good reader that people like to go to, or whatever the context might be. You were picked for a reason. Like, people chose to experience something with you for a reason. And I think sometimes we sell the people in our lives a little short. Like, they must have poor judgment if they believe in us. But we should believe in us, right? Like, isn't that the whole point? So, this is a topic I really like to wax poetic about. But first, let me tell you my experience. Have I ever felt like an imposter? Absolutely. I think this is a normal human thing that a lot of us struggle with. When it comes to my tarot practice, I think what it was for me was that tarot was a really personal thing for a lot of years. And by personal, I don't mean personal just for me, but it was something that I experienced only with people that I knew really well, with friends, with family, occasionally with acquaintances or friends of friends. But I have been reading tarot for other people, or oracle cards for other people, since I was like 19, 20 years old. So for me, it's been something that's been in my life for a really long time, but I didn't start to actually like portray myself as a professional tarot reader until the last couple of years. And in spite of the fact that tarot's had a huge role to play in my life for a long time. So I think the thing is that it's normal to feel like we're not quite good enough at something. It's normal to feel like we don't belong in our field of expertise, whatever that field might be. So sure, I've had that experience, but I also check myself and go, wait a minute, the feedback I'm getting is that I'm offering something valuable. The feedback I'm getting is that this is meaningful to the other person. And I trust that feedback, as opposed to letting my own inner critic sort of take over. So I hope that in whatever you might feel, that sense of imposter syndrome, or that feeling of being a fraud, whether it's reading tarot cards for other people, or whether it's in your job, or whether it's in your relationship, I hope that you can embrace more trust, not only in the people around you that say that you're offering something valuable, but also in yourself. And so that is all I have to say on that matter, but this is obviously a really big topic, and one that I'm happy to dive into further, and probably will if I haven't already on my channel by the time you see this video. But I love talking about this kind of stuff because self-worth is a huge passion of mine. At the end of the day, be your own hero and believe in yourself, because you deserve it and you're worth it. So I hope that that answered that question for you all, and I look forward to seeing you again in a future video. I will talk to you all again very soon.